Oh, I wanted to share the link.
Nah, I just shared it now on my side as well, but only on WhatsApp.
I'll do
Let's see, we are live
right now. Right now. Send. Done.
Done.
Sorted.
Alright. Brighter Lights is back. Alright.
Okay, we apologize for those technical difficulties. Good day, everybody. It is Footy. We are back. As you can see, we are back. We are live.
Back with a bang.
It's been a while. It's been a very, very long time. I am, as you know, I am Junaid, also known as Quiz Daddy. We got Calvin, Chef Bulls in the building.
Back as well.
How are you doing? How are you feeling, bro? It's been a while. It's been a few months.
I've missed a lot of things. We missed out on a lot of things.
Sure, we definitely we have. Are you gonna go? Are we gonna go through that? We're gonna start up with that.
Yeah, like a quick fire roundup since we've been gone in, I think, December.
Yeah, I think our last stream was, I think, mid-December possibly.
Yeah, mid-December. So
and it's now the beginning of March, bro. So.
I have to start with a quick fire. Obviously, Man United has lost 5 home games since we last streamed. Nothing new. Arsenal has humbled City.
Yeah, not Pep. Mikael got his win.
He got his win
over Pep finally,
and a nice win as well.
Yeah.
Chelsea fell off a bit as well in that time. Palace has been picking up a bit.
But I think, do you think that with Chelsea, it's kind of to do with the fact that Cole Palmer isn't as hot as he's been? Because I mean, if you took his goals away, they'd more or less be where they are right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not good for my fantasy league team that he hasn't been scoring.
He's been
since I've had him.
he's had good chances though. He had good chances, but I just think also now they're not getting a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
So he's not scoring as much of those, but he has a lot of one-on-one good chances. He's just a bit soft with the touch.
So I think it's
for that.
kind
but
of
I think he can pick up. I think things can change for him because you know what quality can produce.
Yeah.
You see, so if he picks up, Chelsea will also pick up.
Yeah. So it's maybe just a matter of a chance going in here, a little bit of luck with the penalty there, and things can go up.
They need that. A lot of stuff happens. But even like if you look at a guy like Cunha, that guy's been taking all his chances since we left him.
I like him.
He's been a player to watch. Salah hasn't stopped scoring goals and having goal involvement since December. He's
inevitable.
On the cooks the whole time. If it's not a goal, it's assisting. So that's been consistent. We brought David Moyes back also in the time. He's bringing Everton back as well. Everton's looking a bit, you know.
I mean, I feel like Moyes and Everton is one of those combinations that just works, man.
Yeah.
And I think who better to have than David Moyes taking him to the new stadium next season. I mean, it looks like they are. We spoke about this before the stream about Everton looking relatively safe at this point in time. I think they're about, according to the table, they are
10 points away from Wolves.
They are 15 points away from safety, or 15 points above.
But before Moyes came, I think it was totally different. You know, we were
exactly. So he's got a good thing going there for them. So I think he's looking forward to having Everton in the league, even though I hate going there.
Yeah,
also, we had the game against them, the 2-2 draw.
Oh, that was a
slightly controversial, depending on how you look at it. It would be nice to hear from the people in the chat what they think. Shout out Jay Bird, shout out Lazelle, welcome. It's nice to have you guys in the chat with us. Yo, the gang's coming back together, and I love it.
City fourth, still
on the cards.
City
this
still
man's
still on the cards.
The prediction is on its way. Semenyo has been a bit off the boil.
Semenyo's been a bit off. But if you watch his play, he's been in the build-up of. He's the reason why Django and Kluivert can play like they play.
Yeah.
If you look at it, he's taking the shot, they get in the deflection,
and then one of them score. So they get in the plaudits for things, but Semenyo is doing the dirty work.
He's doing the dirty work. I think you probably if Bournemouth are on the clever, he'll move from them.
I was in the ask now. Do you think moving forward to Bournemouth keep Semenyo and Kluivert, or do you think some of the bigger,
I think
quote unquote bigger teams will come through and
the bigger teams will definitely get him in the league, or you will surprise.
Where do you see Semenyo going to?
Semenyo, look, it could be Liverpool, it could be Spurs. But Chelsea would take a guy like that just to
to make sure that everybody else doesn't get him.
Just say you don't get him, I'm gonna take Semenyo. He's gonna be on the bench. We're playing him in the Conference League or whatever else.
Yeah,
that probably will happen. And a lot of transfers also happened in the time we were gone. Big transfers. Just to catch up on that, there was obviously Rashford developed. Rashford came back to life.
I mean, he came to life. He looked good in the first couple of games against. I mean, he looked good against Liverpool for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And I mean, back to Unai Emery again. Hey. He has a way of getting the best out of his players. Yeah. And in the team that he plays, they don't necessarily play a high pressing game where Rashford needs to be on it defensively at all times. So I think that he can do well there. I don't know if he's going to stay there permanently, but I guess that's going to remain to be seen.
The link up with him and Asensio, that also came in on loan. Same time. That looks interesting. That matchup looked interesting. And they still got Watkins. That team is fully stacked now.
Yeah.
They have a fully stacked team. Their position in the league is not so good, but I think they can climb.
I think they need to. I was hearing shouts that they need to make Champions League this season. Else they might be in some financial trouble moving forward. Lazal says everyone comes to life after leaving United.
He's a bit of
coming firing shots here.
If you look at Anthony is also spinning around things.
I was speaking to someone about that Anthony move, and to me, I think that he maybe should have moved to Spain first before coming to Manchester United, or at least a move to the Premier League. Kind of acclimatize himself to no disrespect to the Dutch league, but a better league. It seems to fit him much better, and it's a big jump. Not many players are able to make that jump that well from the Dutch league to the Premier League. So maybe he should have gone like via Spain to England. But that's just my opinion.
But also kudos to Real Betis for giving him a starting.
I mean, why not? Why not? They're starting with giving him a run of games. So obviously with that, you'll get better performances. Definitely.
I like that a lot. Other big signing obviously is the Mamouche to Man City. Man City has been making a lot of big signings.
Yeah, but there's nothing new. They got Kusanov also, that centre back, the young centre back.
Massive, big money.
Didn't look so hot in his first couple of games.
His first few games looked a bit. The guy looked a bit shocked. The Premier League space and stuff.
I mean, I think he was thrown a bit into the deep end of the injuries that City have as well. So it's not like they could really blood him in first and give him a few minutes here and there, see how he acclimatizes, and then give him his start. They threw him in straight away against Chelsea.
First match.
He looked made
a mistake.
A bit shaky, but overall, I'm sure he'll come good. I mean, he's only 20 years old, Kusanov, so I can see him.
Long run.
I can see him looking better. And Jaybird says he likes Nico in the midfield, and he says Kusanov is Easter. Not surprised, Jaybird.
Of course, he's gonna back.
It's nice to hear Jaybird.
Nice to hear from him as well.
It's nice to hear from him after his team has been.
They won back to back
games. Bad for a long time.
Bad.
Yeah. He said that City fourth shout was crazy, but looks like it's going to be that way. So he's conceding.
Yeah, look,
at this point, he's conceding.
It's not like I made a wild take, whatever.
Yeah.
I strategically put them there for what.
You say it was well thought.
It was a well thought of move. Look, Pep had his 4 years of triumph and whatever. And their midfield is old, and there's his players at just left.
Yeah, I saw KDB and I was like, nah,
tired, man.
That man needs to get out of the league.
He needs to get out. Now you compare him to like a McAllister now. McAllister looks a bit sharper than what he is now. This season. Let's talk about the season, not the last season. Last season is different. Other moves, quick ones as well. Chilwell to Palace.
I think it might be good for him. I mean, to give him some time, give him some game time. He was struggling to get that at Chelsea with Marco Kurela looking so good at left back for them. So I mean, it will be nice to see him get some minutes in a team where the expectation isn't necessarily as high, I think, as Chelsea, even though Crystal Palace are doing very, very well, or have been doing well lately, picking up results here and there, compared to a bit early on in the season. So, excited to see how things go with Mr. Chilwell as time goes on.
Some lekker signings. Even Ferguson also moves to West Ham. Duran left the Premier League, he went to go join Ronaldo.
I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about that? Like, because I've seen on other shows and in little TikTok clips, people were talking about like players building their legacy compared to going for money. Because I mean, I was hearing talks of Duran coming from a really poor background in his home country, and then now it's like you offer this massive amount of money tax free. I think it's like 70 million a year, or over the course of his contract, he'll have earned 70 million pounds, which is a ridiculous amount of money for a guy who's so young. So if you're in that position, you're 21, you at a well-established Premier League club, and a Saudi club comes there and says, look here, we want to give you this amount of money. Would you go for the money, or would you maybe stay in the league? What would you do personally?
Look, for me personally, you can see a lot of players have done it. Oscar has done it, they moved and they've been happy.
With the Chinese league,
it depends on your own situation that you're in. As well as a footballer, if you want to play in the Premier League, you're going to have to be consistent, you're going to have to be, fit all the time. You're going to have to be top of mind. There's other people, teams can scout you and stuff like that. But for him, he's not a big name. I think he made a hit over the last 2 seasons at Villa, and I think he wasn't also getting that starting. He was coming from the bench, scoring from the bench.
He felt like he was at the time. He felt like he was better than Ollie Watkins, or more suited to start. Which I mean, a lot of people could argue that he was, because in many games Ollie Watkins wasn't scoring. They call on Duran, and Duran would score the equalizing goal, score the winning goal.
And it's not even like weak goals, not even tap-ins. It's
it's like he's banging shots in from like 35 yards. So, I mean,
running through teams and banging in Champions League.
But then you also had to realize that, I mean, at the time, or I'd like to believe, Ollie Watkins is one of the better Premier League strikers.
Yeah.
He's been there now for a couple of seasons. Duran's joined the league not too long ago. So I don't think he was necessarily ready to bide his time and kind of wait for the opportunity to present itself. And Saudi came with the money. They told him, look here, you don't have to, you can sort this out. And I mean, I can understand where he's coming from, where from the perspective of like football being a really short career, anything can happen. Like what if he stayed at Aston Villa and God forbid he hurts his knee or something, and he gets an injury, his market value goes down, teams don't want him anymore, then he's looking back like, yo, what if I took that bag from Saudi, you know what I mean? So there's arguments for both. There's arguments for both sides.
And it's also not like it's a lifelong contract in Saudi.
Yeah, like he's only 21. He can play 3-4 years and come back to the Premier League again.
So it's not
Shaibud said that, apparently Duran said that Al Nassr is his dream club.
Oh, that is, obviously they always say that. Any club that you go to,
I've always wanted to play for
I would
Al
love
Nassr.
to hear like Morata.
But I mean, if they're paying me that money, they'd be my dream club as well.
Like what would Morata say, man? Juventus is my dream club. Chelsea
He goes
is
to
my
the
dream
next club. Yeah.
But Atletico Madrid is my dream club. I wonder how his post-signing interview like a Morata.
Just kissing badges, bro.
And what was like a Nicholas Anelka? What did he say? What did he say?
Just kissing badges, bro.
Because they were like
kissing
movements.
badges.
Yeah.
Do you have any more points there before we move on?
The only thing is like, okay, Chilwell, or not Chilwell, Willian returns to Fulham. But that's a big impact. Willian, yeah.
Where was he?
I think he went back to Brazil, isn't it? I think he might have gone back to Brazil. We'll just double check that, but he wasn't with.
Check that quickly. Willian
returned back to Fulham. And then also.
Yeah, 6 months after he left the club.
Yeah. And then you got...
he joined as a free agent after leaving Olympiacos at the end of December.
Yeah, that's crazy, no?
Yeah, so he was in Greece and then
came back. Moving up and down. Even, but that's like crazy. For me, Asensio's a good fit. I'm actually shocked at how nice he plays in the Premier League. How he fit in so quickly.
I mean, but how can I say, he was always a quality footballer. And I think he fell into an Aston Villa team where whoever plays in that cam position does relatively well. I mean, Morgan Rogers played there a couple of times and he's been set in the league a lot in that little cam free roam position. So he's always been technically good, not necessarily the quickest player or the strongest player, but he's got a really good football brain. And I mean, a lot of times, especially in this league, like you can kind of make up for your lack of athletic abilities by just being a thinker, thinking about things and sorting it out.
It pops up at the right place at the right time all the time.
Exactly.
It's very
you can shoot from distance and all of that. Yeah, moving on.
Moving on.
We, on the authority of Lizzie, we were instructed to speak about the events of Wednesday evening, where Alison Becker made 9 saves in probably the most one-sided 1-0 loss that I've seen in a long time for PSG against our beloved Liverpool Football Club, where we were on the receiving end of 27 shots.
Yeah.
Ellison made 9 saves. The last person to make 9 saves in a game was, I think, Thibaut Courtois in the Champions League final.
Was the final.
Ironically, against Liverpool Football Club.
And we felt that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a difficult one where you banging at the door, and the other team just goes to the other side of the field, gets a goal, wins the game. For some, it was a masterclass. For other teams, they're lucky. I'm not saying who. I'll let you guys decide who was lucky and who was the best one. And that begs the question of who is the best goalkeeper in the world right now. I have a couple of shouts here. You guys are more than welcome to say what you want to, who you think it is. We got Alison Becker, standard. Thibaut Courtois, Gianluigi Donnarumma, who I thought should have possibly done better to save Harvey Elliott's shot on Wednesday.
I think he could have knocked it out.
We got Jan Oblak, Manuel Neuer, timeless. Edison, very good. Emiliano Martinez, debatable, I'd say, personally. Mike Maignan, been very consistent over the last few years for the French national team as well as AC Milan. We got Marc-Andre ter Stegen, had his injury troubles, but also a very good goalkeeper. And Justin's best ever goalkeeper of all time, of goalkeepers who have ever played football, David Raya, we are throwing into the mix here as well.
He's actually on the list, no?
Yeah, he's on the list, yeah, pretty much on the list, but I mean, there are also,
Justin got something to do with this.
There are also some more questionable names, such as Andre Onana, Jordan Pickford. We're putting him on the fence, you know. You can maybe have a little good, bad, bit worst kind of thing. We got David De Gea here, Jan Sommer. So that makes me, I want to actually ask you this. In your mind, what makes a good goalkeeper?
Look, obviously everyone's going to go with clean sheets. It's all about the good saves, obviously. Top saves, big, obviously goal, almost like, how can I say, if it's a one-on-one situation, your team's going to lose the game.
Yeah.
You need to make that save. Those type of saves are crucial for a good goalkeeper.
Because I mean, like, how can I say, goalkeepers are judged on the. Well, I mean, back in the day, goalkeepers were judged solely on their ability to keep the ball out of the net.
Yeah.
If you could keep the ball out of the net, you were good. But now, obviously, with the way the game has changed, you have goalkeepers who need to play with their feet, who need to be able to play passes, who need to be able to shepherd the back line, make sure that all of that is sorted out. So, bearing in mind all of those, who do you think is the best goalkeeper in the world?
Obviously now, being a Liverpool
no
team,
bias.
No
Try
bias.
not to be biased.
No bias, but I think Alisson is all around good. You know, these for me are the best all around. There is obviously, if you look at Premier League, there is guys like Raya, Sals as well, Matt Sals from Newcastle. But those are also based on, like, if you look at Sals, it's based on clean sheets, one-on-one. The way the guy.
So like that's what I was gonna allude to now, is that it's not often that you will find goalkeepers who can do everything well, who can come out for crosses, who can pass the ball well, who can defend, who can save one-on-ones,
dominant in the corners,
big, strong, whatever. I mean, Gianluigi Donnarumma, he's brilliant shot stopper in my opinion. Can come out for crosses and things, but sometimes his distribution can be a bit off. You know what I mean? Edison again, probably if not the best distributor of football amongst goalkeepers, and probably better than a lot of outfield players in the Premier League and in the world. If we are being honest here, man's got assists from just. I think it would be disrespectful to say that he's just pinging the ball long, you know what I mean? Like he's actually playing it into a space. Yeah, like he's playing a ball into a space for someone to get onto the end of it. So he's also up there. Emiliano Martinez is another one. Brilliant shot stopper. I personally enjoy his participation in the darker arts of football,
Yeah,
or the
definitely.
chirps during games, telling people certain things. For some, they might not be necessarily on board with that. But me personally, I like it. As long as it doesn't go like, there's obviously a line that you shouldn't cross. But as long as it's within the spirit of the game, I'd say,
he's definitely known for that.
Fine,
He's known for that.
Because I mean, there's always conversations happening during the game. You're trying to get the edge over your opponent and stuff. So I think he's up there, but I wouldn't necessarily grant him as the best. Also, Thibaut Courtois, one of the best shot stoppers I have ever seen, and I have a personal respect for him as well.
On his day, he can't be stopped. Like nothing gets past the guy. The guy looks huge.
Yeah, like he actually looks.
He looks
massive.
Big, like in the poles, like nothing can come past him. Like you need a bigger ball, like a smaller ball, or something to get past this guy. But it's actually very difficult to get past some of these guys. But
yeah, so on that, I would like to know your top three best goalkeepers at the moment.
Top 3 best goalkeepers at the moment. I'm gonna.
You don't have to give an order.
I'm not gonna give the order because the order is gonna cause problems.
Yeah,
the order is gonna cause problems.
Also, Jaybird, you guys can also provide us your top 3 goalkeepers, please. We would appreciate that very much.
Okay. My top goalkeepers right now. Focusing also on Premier League as well.
Okay.
Focusing on Premier League. It's Alisson, Matt Sals, and David Raya. I put Raya in there just because they've kept they have the least amount of goals conceded this season as well. Arsenal, they have some heavy good saves from Raya this season come out as well, top no save. The same with Nottingham Forest. I mean, they got goalless draws and they got clean sheets against the bigger teams that other teams are,
Hopefully Sals can keep a little clean sheet
today. Don't mind a clean sheet for today as well.
Lazal said Sals. We know.
Sals, definitely.
We've been knowing for the longest time, Lizzie, that you are probably the biggest Matt Sals supporter in Raya. That's, I assume, in no particular order.
Yeah, no, definitely no particular order.
No particular order. Sals, Alisson, Raya. I think I will agree with that. Sals, Alisson, Raya. Yeah. I wanted to throw Edison in, but I don't think he's played enough football to really be thrown into the hat there,
But I like Edison as a keeper as well.
Nah,
I like him.
Love him. Your bra Carlton du Plessis also massive advocate for Edison. Calls him the best left foot in the league.
Nah, definitely.
Best
I'd like to have him
in the league.
To see more of him as well. I don't know if who City got that. They got Ortega there or.
Ortega is a waste, man.
Nah, that guy's problems.
I mean, he has his moments, where he's making his saves and things, but I mean, Edison on his day is 10 times better than Mr. Ortega.
Definitely.
Okay. On that, we are on the Man City train. We are now moving on to the fixtures of this weekend. Couple of juicy fixtures, starting up with Nottingham Forest against Manchester City. That is at 2:30 today.
Early game.
So guys, please get your fantasy league team sorted out.
I think the cutoff is 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is the cutoff.
1 o'clock, yes. Hour and a half before kickoff.
No -4s, please.
I'm already taking the minus. Nottingham Forest at home to Man City. Thoughts on the game as well as a prediction, please.
Thoughts on the game? I think City has a lot to prove now. I think they can really. It can either go two ways. I think they can mess up Nottingham Forest completely with Haaland getting back to full strength, Mamouche being there, Foden finding a little bit of form. All these guys. The backline is a bit questionable. But it's either that or it could be goalless draw or 1-1. But I think.
Do you think Nottingham Forest are going to go out and have a go at Man City, or are they kind of going to be a bit more on the conservative?
Nah, I think Nottingham Forest at home. When they play at home, they play on the front foot. They play a bit more attacking.
I like to see that.
I actually like to watch them at home. They look a bit more threatening. When they play away from home, you can see they're holding everything.
Yeah, we're just not going to lose this game, guys. We're just going to try our best not to lose.
We're going to stand next to Sals and make sure he gets a clean sheet.
Yeah.
And everyone is this
Morello. And then kind of build from there.
If you look like this guy, Morello. This guy is like another goalkeeper.
I like him, but I like him. I like Morello.
He's bulky, man.
Oh, with the low shorts.
Yeah.
With the hanging shorts.
So to see him take on like a Haaland today,
that will be a nice battle, yeah. So,
Score prediction. I'm gonna go with a 2-1 Man City win.
2-1 City win.
2-1
Also,
City.
funnily enough, Lazal said City 2-1 win.
Yeah, no, I'm actually.
Jay Bird says we are going to lose, bro. Forest losing
Ah.
a bit of steam now, to be honest. I mean, that was kind of to be expected, to be honest with you. But I mean, they're happy to be where they are compared to where I think most of us expected them to be. At this point in the season, I think I had them down to get relegated, if I'm not mistaken. This was now a while back. So I apologize for that. Jay Bird says he thinks 1-0 to Forest. I actually think Forest will also win, but I'll give it 2-1. I'll go 2-1. 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 5 o'clock fixtures, starting off with the mighty Liverpool Football Club playing at home to Southampton. We had a tough game against them the last time, away from home, getting the 3-2 win with Mo Salah on the double, as he tends to be. What is your, once again, thoughts on the game as well as a prediction, please? So,
Look, I won't say it's an easy prediction to make. It's Anfield, it's a Liverpool that's on form. Maybe a little bit of rotation here and there, players getting rested.
Yeah, with the PSG game also in the back of the mind.
Yeah, PSG. I think there's another midweek game coming up as well in this week. If I'm not mistaken. So there will be some players, maybe rest, strength, small changes. But for me, Liverpool will win. I'll go with 3-0. Clean sheet will be kept.
I was gonna go 4-0.
Clean sheet
like a relatively comfortable win.
Comfortable win.
I would enjoy a comfortable win after the events of Wednesday night.
Yeah, the Wednesday night game was actually tiring.
It's like
sitting there, you're worried. Don't let it score. And every time you see Alisson, like, what? This is a save. Oh, this is offside goal. Like, how did this not go in?
Yeah.
So, but you can't also put Southampton down, man. Southampton.
Yeah. I mean, at this point in time, it's a free hit. They might as well. At this point, you're sitting on 9 points.
Yeah.
You might as well go out and have a go. If you lose, you're gonna be no less further away from the teams above you.
And teams like this, they normally
sometimes they can be dangerous for that because it's like there's no pressure. You just going for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hopefully they don't go for it.
Yeah.
And we can win.
Hopefully this open up and Ramsdale can just lay it down,
Yeah, just shout at people.
Take a break.
Shout at people and beat his chest. Lazal, I don't know if I said Lazal said 5-0.
5-0. Oh, yeah, definitely gonna come through.
Smash it today. Looking forward to it. Next fixture, we got Crystal Palace and Ipswich Town. Crystal Palace at home. Prediction there?
Crystal Palace at home. Crystal Palace with the current form looking good. But I'm gonna throw the wild card in here and go with the Ipswich win 1-0.
1-0 Ipswich win. I think, every time I want to choose one, then Lazal chooses the same one before me. She says a Palace 1-0 win, so I'm going to go Palace by 1, 2-1.
Okay.
2-1. Ismail Assar will score both goals. Both of the goals. Probably probably the most tightly contested game of the 3-5 o'clock kickoffs. We got Brighton and Fulham.
That's a lekker match.
It's going to be an entertaining one.
Entertaining. You see, both teams also have very weird starting lineups. They're not very consistent with who they're going to put in front. Is it Welbeck? Is it João Pedro?
Is it Raul Jimenez? Is it Muniz? Who's going to play? We don't know.
The guys that even benched Robertson the other day.
Yeah. I'm still a big Robinson advocate.
Yeah.
I love me some Robinson.
So it's a big game. I'm actually gonna give the.
But then again, Brighton are also very, very inconsistent. As always, staying true to form, being so inconsistent. Like they could easily go and whoop Fulham 4-0, but they could easily also lose 4-0 at this point in time.
Brighton can't be trusted. The only team they are consistent against is Man United
and Chelsea. And Chelsea at home.
Always. They own that home. There's always 2 goals and up, but I'm gonna go with the Fulham for me. I'll go with Fulham 2-1.
Okay, I will go Brighton 2-2. It's not Brighton 2-2. I'll go for a 2-2 draw. A Desmond. Lazal says Fulham 3-1. Sounds like a relatively comfortable win
Fulham.
for the Fulham.
Probably got Raul in the team.
I got Raul in my normal team, not in my draft team.
Nah, I got him.
And then we have, another actually,
big
but it's not the same time. Brentford, Aston Villa at 7:30 this evening. Brentford, another team, can be very, very good, but also can be very, very not good.
Yeah, they're also giving
Aston Villa were the team that I think are perfectly geared to play on the counter attack against a team like Brentford, because Brentford at home, 9 times out of 10 they will play on the front foot, they will try to dictate things. Aston Villa could easily use that against Brentford and catch them on the counter attack. I think that is what's going to happen. I think it will be a high scoring affair.
Yeah.
Aston Villa 3-2 win.
You know what? I'm also on the high scoring. I'm also on the high scoring field here for this match, but I'm gonna change it the other way around and go Brentford.
And Aston Villa also won in the Champions League in midweek. Lazal said Fulham 3-1. Jaybird said Brighton to win 3-1.
Oh.
Lazal says Brentford to win 2-1, as Villa are always slacking after playing Champions League games.
Yeah, no,
which is a fair point.
It's a fair
very,
point.
very fair point.
That's why I'm gonna go on the opposite direction. I'm gonna go the 3-2 Brentford. Brentford 3, Villa 2. Also high scoring game. That's a definitely game I'd love to watch.
That's 7 kickoff. Just after Puka time for the Muslim guys. Ramadan Mubarak guys, by the way. And then we have.
It could be load shedding for some.
It's low. I got load shedding at 8, bruh. Got load shedding at 8.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the first 15 or the second 15.
Others you have to watch it on the phone.
Brentford.
You have to watch it on the phone.
Nah, I'll watch my team. The only team I watch on my phone is my team.
Yeah.
So then the 10 o'clock fixture, the post load shedding fixture, is 16th versus 17th, or let's say 17th versus 16th. We got Wolves against Everton. I would like to call it a relegation 6-pointer, but I mean, I feel like Wolves need the win more than Everton to kind of extend their lead over the relegation zone. Wolves, Cunha out, big miss, out for a couple of games after his absolute brain fart against Bournemouth. Lazar, no, I just made a mistake. Wolves, without Cunha, I feel like they're a different team. But maybe it's time for Stein Larsen to step up. You said that you've had your issues.
I had the issues with the Cunha curse is real, man. Once you bring him in, doesn't return, Larsen returns, so now he's out.
Yeah.
But he's out by a ban, so now Larsen has to return, so he's gonna start.
Yeah, he's definitely starting 100%.
And I think they need the win more than what Everton does. Everton's playing at home.
Now,
Everton's away.
Why am I trying to? Everton are away, Wolves are
Everton are away, so they are slightly on the back foot. But Everton's defense under Moyes has been, it's been a bit tighter. Pickford looks like, he's playing silent soccer, that back line as well. So
waving those arms together.
Yeah.
So I think Wolves will get the win though.
Who's will get the win?
I'm not going to say Wolves are getting a clean sheet. That is not what I'm saying. But I think they will win 2-1. Your boy Stein Larsen's in the come through for you.
I'd Nouri. But I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to go with Wolves 2-0.
Wolves 2-0. Lazal tends to disagree with us, calling for an Everton win. Give us a score, Lizzie. Don't be like that. Give us a score.
Everton. Only because it's a Merseyside team.
Jaybird also saying Everton will win. Lazal saying 2-1. We're just waiting for Jaybird's score to come through. Jaybird calling 2-0 Everton. Wow.
Beto. Who's going to score there? Beto and Truskowski?
Beto, I think it sounds like both of them have bets on the game.
Bets on Beto. That's what they have.
So we have a couple of decent fixtures also tomorrow. Starting off with Tottenham and Bournemouth at 4 o'clock. Tottenham coming off an Al against AZ Alkmaar on Sunday night, on Thursday night. Very, 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 very inconsistent. I don't know. I think Ange is just there for the season, for the rest of the season, and they're gonna get that man out of there, because it seems like they need a massive overhaul. There's a lot of players there who I don't think are good enough for the club, but then again, the owner doesn't like to really spend money, so where are you going to get that quality from? You know what I mean? Bournemouth still on the up, got a really good, relatively young team, a lot of good performers. We got Semenyo, the standard, the GOAT himself.
The GOAT.
We got Justin Kluivert, who's probably in the form of his life at the moment, playing football out of his skin. Atara, was it Atara? Django? Atara. I think that's his name. The other winger, who's also been banging in the goals. I think Bournemouth are going to handsomely beat Tottenham 3-1. The score will say 3-1, but Bournemouth will dominate. I think that's what's going to happen tomorrow. In my highly uneducated opinion.
I would obviously now. I want Spurs to win, actually. I want Spurs to win. I want Spurs to win.
Tango Unchained.
I want Spurs to win, obviously, just to get in a better place in Man United.
Yeah, just push them back down the table.
Keep it interesting. Yeah. Keep them fighting for their 13th spot, because that is a title that they all been getting now.
Is it unlucky 13?
Or is it lucky 13? It looks like it's going to be lucky 13.
At the moment, it's 13. Just 13th place.
So for me, I'm going to go with Spurs 3-2. Johnson will be involved in the goal. Johnson will be involved.
You said 3-2, so Semenyo scoring both goals.
Semenyo is definitely going to be scoring one. Semenyo scores the first goal. Opening goal will be Semenyo. The assist will be then to Kirkies or Kluivert or Cooks or someone else.
Kirkies as well, but
someone else, but not Django.
Not Dango Unchained.
Dango Unchained.
Lazal says 2-1 to Bournemouth, and Jaybird also disagrees with you, saying there is no way that Spurs beat Bournemouth.
You know, this is what I love about football. The most
anything can happen. Football isn't played on paper, guys.
Anything can happen, and then what happens? Spurs club Bournemouth. You know
exactly.
I mean? This is football.
Jaybird is actually offering you a wager here. We have a live bet happening here, guys.
Let's go.
Jaybird just tabled an offer of 100 Rand.
100 Rand.
On Bournemouth to beat Spurs.
Bournemouth to beat Spurs, let's go.
And so that automatically means.
And this is, you know what, I'm actually going against my own team. I normally bet with
Semenyo. With Semenyo, yeah. This is never before seen.
This is the first time.
I don't know what is happening here.
History has been made here. I'm going against Semenyo, which is going to be tattooed on my shirt end of the season.
Hey,
but
maybe it might be in a Liverpool shirt next season. You never know.
You never know.
So are you live? Busy accepting the bet?
I'm taking the bet. I'm taking the bet. It's going to be Spurs 3-2 or a win against.
So at this point in time, I don't think the scores are too important. You saying that Spurs is going to win, and he's saying that Bournemouth are going to win.
Yeah.
So we've just witnessed our first live bet. I'm not a betting man specifically, or personally speaking, but you guys can have a little side thing going on there. So that bet is on. I'm seeing it happen. I'm the witness. Done deal. Thank you very much. On to the next fixture. We got the return of Enzo Maresca to Leicester City. Actually not the return. Leicester play Chelsea. Chelsea are at home. So Maresca derby, let's put it that way. Chelsea playing Leicester City. Also at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Chelsea very inconsistent. Leicester just not good at all. I'm calling a comfortable 3-0 win for Chelsea with Cole Palmer on the score sheet. If he is not, then I'm putting him on fraud watch. You cannot keep going on like this.
No, that is true. No, I was just going to ask
you. You can't keep going on like this.
That's too much, man.
No ways. I mean, not after so long.
Charts off the charts. Charts off the charts.
After so long of being but he's just like not doing anything.
It's either he does something there or he gets a big price drop. You know, drop the price, man.
Palmer, Jaybird says Palmer is frozen.
Palmer is frozen. Ah, sis.
Oh no.
Fair enough. Nah, he's gonna come out. He's gonna come out. I mean,
I hope he can warm himself up, bruh.
It's Leicester, man. Yo, come on.
And the way things have been going, he's going to get opportunities. You know what I mean? He has to get opportunities.
But also look at Chelsea, man. Chelsea will go on and miss that match up against Leicester. They will go up and beat 2 goals down
Jamie Vardy will go score.
Yeah, Jamie Vardy will run. I mean, 40-year-old, bruh, running past 22-year-old.
Running on 2 Red Bulls and Jaffa pies, bruh.
And big smiles. You know, nah, that I don't want to see that happen. I want Chelsea to win.
But then again, Football, bro. Anything can happen.
And Van Nistelrooy there.
Football always wins, bro.
But how does Van Nistelrooy keep a smile after all these matches, man? The guy still goes to press conferences and do like mini conferences and smiles after this.
I mean, I guess you have to maintain some kind of positivity, you know what I mean? Because I mean, you don't want to be the manager that's like, we're gonna lose the next game, because then what are you even doing here, mate? You know
exactly. I mean? In Leicester's defense, not like they've just been open at the back. Teams have been scoring, but they've been coming. You know, they've been playing. It's not like they're not like Southampton. You can say, you know what I mean? They're a little bit better than Southampton.
Things are just like not
but I think Chelsea will comfortably win as well. There, I'll go with the 3-1.
3-1. Okay. So you saying Leicester are gonna get a goal?
I think Leicester will get the goal. Leicester might even score the first goal.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. We got Lazal saying 2-0 Chelsea. I said 3-0 Chelsea. You said 3-1 Chelsea. 3-1. So everyone is going Chelsea. Okay, one of the biggest Premier League games of recent times. Two of the most successful clubs in the Premier League era. Massive fixture tomorrow. 6:30. We got Manchester United.
Arsenal
up against
the Gunners.
I'm putting my Manchester United shirt on tomorrow. I don't own one.
I'm backing you.
This is a metaphorical jersey that I'm putting on. Maybe United can spring us a surprise and get a point. Or 3 against Arsenal, because Arsenal tend to absolutely blow themselves away at Old Trafford against Manchester United. So I mean, anything can happen in this fixture. Arsenal are looking not too good.
They're not looking too good.
I think they got a bit too excited seeing Liverpool drop points a couple of games, and they were like, hey, this might be in our hands. If we can beat this team, if Liverpool lose to this team. A lot of if, buts and maybes at the time. But they did not pick up those points though. Currently 13 points behind with a game in hand. If they beat United and Liverpool do the things, might become smaller, the gap might become bigger. I'm calling United to win 2-1.
I don't even have to say anything.
I don't know how it's going to happen.
I don't have to say anything.
I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know what is going to happen.
Who's going to score? But who's going to put that one goal
I just
Arsenal?
Both teams lose. Personally speaking. I'm calling United 2-1. I think, I don't know. Bruno might probably have to, Bruno will score all 3 goals. Both goals and the
assist, anything.
And get the own goal and get himself sent off as well. You just never know.
That's how they play.
But he has been, I mean, for the last few months now, he's been one of the better players.
Yeah, he's actually been,
like him or hate him, he's a really good footballer, and we can't argue against that. So yeah, I'm saying 2-1 to Manchester United.
Nah, definitely. I think I would also like to see obviously both teams lose, but my money is on Man United to actually come up with a win tomorrow. They have something to prove there. They're at home, which is the worst place to play at. That's my only fear. You know, Arsenal's better away from home this season. United are not that good at home, you see. So that is my only fear, that they're going to get that Old Trafford stress there. The mice going to come out and, play around with the ball a bit and have problems there, These people also the problem with United, the players might be a bit malnourished as well, because they don't have
guys aren't getting proper lunches. Some of the players are fasting. There's a lot going. There's a lot going
on there. So now you're playing at home. You're hungry. It's a lot of things happening. So, but through all of that, you can still play.
Facing adversity. Some players play better when they feeling lighter.
Exactly.
Lighter on fuel and so on.
And they got a point to prove, man. Just break that Old Trafford duck against Man United, against Arsenal. Do it. But the only thing is, what I've realized in recent times, if the game is for Liverpool, to give Liverpool a better chance in the league,
they'll lose. They'll lose. They will 100% if they can throw the game. They will lose it. They will like, what? We'll put up a fight, but you can beat us.
You know what they will
That's
even do?
fine.
No, they'll even give you some hope. They'll score
Yeah,
first.
they'll score first.
They'll score
Hey,
first.
hey, we here, we
And then
here.
in the 80th minute, Arsenal will score 2. Stuff like that will happen in this
And
match.
Bruno will get angry and score the own goal.
Yeah.
Lazal scoring a 2-2 draw. Jay Bird also calling a draw, but a goalless draw. Very surprising.
It can be, no?
It can
They
be
come
because
from a goalless draw also.
Arsenal have been kind of struggling to score. I mean, they scored 7 goals in midweek.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm not going to get into that. But before then, in the Premier League, they were struggling to score open play goals specifically. It remains to be seen whether that will remain a problem, but only time will tell. So looking forward to that fixture. That's a game that I'm definitely going to watch.
I'll give United the 1-0.
1-0. I said 2-1. Lazal said 2-2 draw. And Jaybird said 0-0 draw.
Onana clean sheet.
Raya clean sheet. And the game to round off our weekend.
Feisty.
West Ham, feisty encounter actually. We got West Ham and Newcastle. With West Ham playing at home off the back of 2 wins, back-to-back wins this season. I don't think they've gotten back-to-back wins I think this is the first time they got back-to-back wins this season. No Anthony Gordon in the Newcastle lineup, no Lewis Hall in the Newcastle lineup.
He was out for the season, eh?
Lewis Hall out for the season?
He's out for the season.
No,
Isak is a maybe.
As far as I saw
Isak
on
is fit.
the app, he is fit.
He's fit, yeah, but also... You know,
I was actually thinking about that because I've been seeing. Look at this, a little off topic now. I've seen a lot of shouts of Alexander Isak being Liverpool's main target for the summer.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I'm like,
swapped out with Nunez
and I'm like, yo, but this man's injury record is not looking so hot. But like he's playing 2 games and then he's out for 3 games and he plays another 3 games. I mean, he's scoring in those games that he's playing in. But a wise man once said that the best ability is availability, and there's no use you're going to be spending £100 million on someone that's going to play just over half of the games every season. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're scoring, then all good and well. But you have a guy like Mohamed Salah waiting on a contract, who's barely injured, who's putting up the numbers. Gives you something to think about. But we don't have to think about that right now. What we need to think about are our predictions for West Ham, Newcastle. I'm going 2-1 West Ham.
Yo, so you're gonna go with the 3 wins. 3 wins.
Bowen, bro. Bowen.
I'm gonna go with
Bowen will score both goals for them.
That's the Monday night fixture. West Ham is looking actually really good in the Monday night. That's the other issue. I'm actually gonna go with the other way around. I'm gonna go with Newcastle 2-1.
Just like Lazal. Lazal said 2-1.
Newcastle 2-1. I think Murphy will be in there. Gordon's not there. Murphy will be.
The workhorse.
I think Barnes will then also stay. Barnes is there.
I wonder if Barnes.
There's a lot of players that you don't know who's gonna start.
Yeah,
that's another one.
I mean, Barnes has been waiting in the wings, and Anthony Gordon has been playing relatively well, so he's kind of been keeping that left wing spot to himself. So it's an opportunity for Harvey Barnes to kind of make that spot his own, because I mean they're probably going to start him in the Carabao Cup final as well, since Anthony Gordon isn't available for that.
And when he does play, he actually gives it all. He looks.
He's always been a very I won't say a high level winger, but he's been good. He's filled in, did his job, did what he's needed to do. Lazal, we'll talk about Isak on a different time, not right now. I thought he should have gone to Arsenal. Justin, say something about that.
Arsenal should have paid the money for him. They would have been in a better place now if they had a striker in certain matches. Yeah,
just someone to put the ball in the net. Someone to put the ball in the net. But that's another conversation that we could have again about Arsenal. And I mean, we've spoken about the playing style and the pragmatic style of Arteta, and sometimes not going forward when they need to have a go in games. And like an example was the Forest game that they played a couple of weeks ago, where they could have gone on to win the game. Like if they just kind of threw caution to the wind and were like, look here, we can either lose this game 1-0 trying to win, or stay as is and take 0-0 and not gain any points on the team above us. So I think that they they could have made the league much closer if they had kind of thrown caution to the wind a few times more often than they have this season. But we'll talk about that again. That concludes the fixtures for this week. This weekend coming.
Yeah, I think there's midweek features in next week. I'm not mistaken.
There are games next
weekend.
weekend, and there aren't games until April.
Yo.
Until the 1st of April again. Yeah, I think this is the only league game that Liverpool play in this month is today, and they don't play until next month again.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, on that note, I think we have more or less covered everything. I mean, Lazar's asking for wild takes, so before we go, do you have any wild takes that you would like to throw into the hat of wild takes?
Wild take for me, 2 red cards in the Man United Arsenal game.
Okay, 2 red cards. Come, Lazar, type out your wild take. We're waiting for you.
2 red cards in the Man United game. I can't say who.
Bruno.
But yeah,
Bruno. Whatever the question is regarding Manchester United, Bruno
everything got to do
is
with
the answer. Jaybird says 2 red cards is crazy.
2 red cards.
I think 1 red card. Oh,
2 red cards.
Lazal, is that really a wild take? She says City to finish outside of the top 4.
No, that is a bit rough, eh?
That's a bit intense.
That is a bit intense.
Let's have a look at this table. City are currently on 47 points. But then again, if you look at it now, from 3rd up until 10th, the gap between 3rd place in the Premier League and 10th place is 6 points. 6 points, that is ridiculous. That is the fight. That is the fight that we are here to see.
This league is the
you know what
rankings
I mean?
are constantly
You lose
changing.
a couple of games.
You lose a game,
you
go
10th?
down. Yeah. So yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So I mean, I think City are kind of busy picking things up as time goes on.
I think for a wild take as well, if you're looking at the standings like that, I think Nottingham Forest won't make top 4.
Yeah, if you're looking at I mean, Lazal said earlier on that Nottingham Forest are kind of running out of steam, and this is not the time of the season where you want to be running out of steam. I mean, they got 1 win in the last 5. They drew their last game.
If they lose this match today, Chelsea wins, they drop down.
Exactly, like that's the. I mean, Chelsea can overtake them.
Newcastle can go a point under.
City can go. Like that, so yeah, they can end up. I mean, at the end of this weekend, Nottingham Forest can be out of the top 4. Out of the top 5, actually.
Yeah, so for Nottingham Forest, a good result in a match like this will be a draw.
Yeah, no, definitely.
A draw will be like
just pick up your point.
Take a draw and move on.
Pick up your point and go on. City's not going above you. The worst that can happen is Chelsea going into 3rd place and you dropping down to 4th place. Then City are out of the top 4, technically speaking. So we'll have to see. Jaybird says United to score an OG. Bruno.
Bruno.
No, I've said Bruno.
Oh, you say Bruno.
You just said United to score an OG.
Now probably from a free kick.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what could happen. Okay, so I don't have any wild takes at this time. I've allowed the other members to give their wild takes. On that note, I think we can finish off there.
We can conclude.
It's lovely being back. We will try our utmost to be as consistent as possible, whether it is on YouTube or on TikTok or however else we can provide you all with content. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you to the few people who are in the chat right now. Shout out Lazal, shout out Jaybird. Yeah, anything from your side before
big thanks. Also, obviously, do the normal subscribe, like, share, follow, share the live as well as much as you can.
Tell your friends about us, tell your uncles about us, tell your aunties about us.
Yeah, we'll be.
Tell your cousins about us.
Tell everybody. Print yourself a t-shirt. And at the back of the t-shirt says Semenyo. If you need to,
Semenyo.
But yeah, definitely thank you very much. It's good to be back. It's good to be back, and I think we're gonna just get on from here as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Definitely,
much.
thank you
Quiz
very
Daddy.
much.
Definitely gonna have a quiz coming up soon as well to defend the title.
Sure. Am I still quiz daddy, bro? I feel like the last time I lost, bro.
I don't think you can.
I feel like I
go
lost the
for
last one, bro.
One battle is not good enough. You must do
I
a
think
rematch.
someone needs to beat me 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I think that's the only way to take
for
off
it
take the title
it to be a thing. But yeah, it's been good. Take care of yourselves, guys. Be safe. Let's hope Manchester United and Arsenal lose their game on Sunday, and we will catch up with you all very, very soon.
Thank you very much. Take care. All the best.
Peace. Peace. Let's go. In the live. We need to go in the live. Montoya, por favor. Is the stream just gonna go on for you?
Stream might go on for some time. Yeah,
Are you in?
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, we're trying to stop the stream, but the mouse is not working. So, we can't stop the stream. The stream is just never gonna stop. Do I have to stay here forever?
Okay, welcome back, guys. We're back again.
So we're still here.
Let's
take a seat. We might as well.
Let's take a seat.
While we are sorting out our technical difficulties.
Let's just talk about fantasy football. How everyone here.
Let's just talk about the Draft Fantasy League.
The footy draft is hyping.
Look here, if you guys are gonna sit through this is just gonna be us kind of going at each other about the Draft Fantasy League. It's a league that we've had going since the start of the season, where our teams go head to head on a weekly basis for bragging rights, more or less. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm bottom of the league. Have been bottom of the league for the longest time. I think I lost the first 11 games of the season, but it's just been. Look here. To be fair, it's one of those where I'll score 74 points this week, but I'll be playing this man, and then he scores 75 points, and then next week I score 35 points, and then Lazal will score 36 points. It was just like that. Like my team was getting points, but then whoever I was playing against at the time would just score more.
But now, everyone is returning.
Now, at least it's working now. At least it's working now. Look here.
I think you might have stopped it already. Did you click on it already?
I think it's gonna stop.
I think it's gonna stop soon.
The mic is not the mic. The mouse is working.
Who are you playing this week?
I'm playing Sid.
Oh no!
So that's a dub. That's a dub to me.
It's a surprise.
So that's 7.
It's 7. You're gonna be
in
7.
a row.
7 the land.
I'm back. I'm coming for the title. Hot take 2025. Junaid Ismail is going to win the Draft Fantasy Premier League.
Nah, I don't. I think that is. You must drop it, Mike, very softly. Leslie, I'm coming for you in the draft. Good night.